Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio. Ours is a place where dreams take flight, voices are heard, and stories are shared. This is where cultures meet, connections are formed, and ideas are transformed into action. This is your destination for authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations. We're where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover our world of education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our USA Global TV channel and download our USA Global TV app. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. With heartfelt thanks to our executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, music scored by Yifei Tang from Cloud Road Music, creative direction by Paul Garcia, and I'm Al Cini, and I'm very proud to be part of the USA Global TV and Radio family. So join us here at USA Global TV and Radio. Make us your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Thank you for being a part of our global community. Let's inspire together.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Intentional Productivity Tips. I am Megan. I am your very favorite strategic productivity partner, and I want to thank you for joining us today to talk about your productivity. Today, 'tis the season. Today's productivity topic we're going to talk about is holiday productivity quick tips. We are going to talk about how to make your holiday season brighter, calmer, and merrier. So I have 5 quick tips, 5 productivity challenges, 5 holiday productivity challenges we're going to review today. And then I'm going to share with you afterwards a couple of ways. Afterwards, I'm going to share the holiday productivity challenges, and then we're going to look at how to improve them. But first, you are joining me on USA Global TV and Radio's YouTube channel, where please remember to like, subscribe, and even be notified when new episodes drop. You will recognize and see we are a silver creator. I am pointing up to the right way. We are a silver creator. We do have that level of over 100,000 subscribers. There are some amazing shows, so please check it out when you get a chance. That is our YouTube channel and website, USA Global TV and Radio. I am Megan, and as you know, every week we are going to talk about one of our very favorite topics, which is productivity. So this week we are specifically talking about holiday productivities. We want to talk about how to make your season merrier, brighter, and calmer, because when you think about it, that can be one of the biggest challenges of the productivity and holiday season is how do you stay sane, productive, and how do you enjoy the season? So that's what we're going to be looking at today. This is part of a larger series that we are part of from now until the January 9th. We are talking about celebrating this season with holiday intentional planning and cozy cheer. We know over the next 2 months, there are going to be a lot of holidays, events. It's the end of the year. It's the beginning of the year. We know people have a lot going on over the next couple of months. So my question and challenge is, how do we make our holiday season the most productive, peace-filled, merry, and bright that we can? So as I said, today we are going to specifically look at 5 productivity challenges and how to overcome them. We're going to look at the challenge. We're going to have a quick tip solution. We're going to look at a mindset shift for each, and then a fun tip. Because when you think about it, when we're linking of productivity and holidays, it is important. Our mindset plays a big part in it. So that's what we want to talk about today. So let's start looking at how are we going to have a productive, peace-filled, and intentionally joy-filled holiday season. So let's talk about the first holiday challenge that we can experience. Have any of you ever experienced this? The challenge. It's about finding your holiday rhythm. Have any of you experienced the challenge where you're not sure where to be? You're not sure when it is. You're not sure where you're supposed to be. Why is it dark already? The days are shorter. The schedules are longer. And somehow no one knows what time it is anymore. Anyone else experiencing this with this holiday? I know that I am. And so one of the things we want to say, finding your holiday rhythm in the schedule, one important quick tip solution, set alarms for your next event. One thing I learned, and I call this my Maudie Lou rule. I had a roommate at one point who she worked at home. She was a travel agent and she was always very, very busy and active. And she never really knew what time it was. So watching her, one of the things that I learned, because I work remotely, I work from home, I don't always know what time it is. It can be dark. We're trying to find our holiday rhythm. Where are we supposed to be? One of the most successful things you can do is set an alarm for your next event. So for one of the things that I always do is when I finish a client call, a project, a meeting, a presentation, intentional productivity tips, I always look at what's my next event. And for today, I know it's at 4:30 Pacific. I have a client call. So after this event, what I'll do is I'll set my alarm for 4:20, 10 minutes before my next event. So one of those things during the holiday rhythm, it can be hard to know where we are. So setting an alarm and setting a system so you know where you're supposed to be next takes control of that, and it helps you find your holiday rhythm. Also, add reminders for travel time and coat wrangling time. When you think about it, if you're going to go to an event and you know that it's winter time and you know that you're going to be wearing extra things, or if you're living on a mountain road and the roads might be muddy or any flooded or trees down, you want to, again, when it comes to your holiday rhythm, it's about finding and saying, okay, where do I need to be? How can I be there? How can I make this happen? How can I set realistic expectations? When it comes to our mindset shift, when it is about finding our holiday rhythm, it's important to treat our calendar like a compass, not a cage. It's there as a guide, not to control you. Mindset shift for finding your holiday rhythm. Treat your calendar like a compass and not a cage. So as a guide. So that's why I'm always looking at where's my guide for the next thing. Fun fact, fun tip, add a set of lights on alarm. Set an alarm to make a hot chocolate, sit down and have a cozy evening and watch some Netflix maybe and chill. But when you think about finding your rhythm for the holidays, one of the challenges can be, I don't know where to be when it's dark. What time is it? What day is it? It all gets overwhelming. So taking control of it first with your mindset, treating your calendar like a compass, not a cage, and also setting up some things. Okay, how do I need to know where I'm going to be? How can I work on those things? Very valuable to be able to do. So that is how you can overcome your holiday rhythm. Now let's talk about another challenge during the holiday. And I actually recently had a client who was talking about this, and it was finding the hustle, the holiday hustle. And it's funny because my client and I were talking and he's like, yeah, Megan, I'm in that holiday hustle time of season again. And it's interesting when I'm working with clients, when it comes to holiday season, you can tell on their face that it's that holiday hustle, right? The challenge is there's so much to buy for this and for that. And I'm supposed to bake a cake and I'm supposed to wrap gifts and I'm supposed to have this and oh, glitter and oh my, it is all so overwhelming. The holiday season can feel like a hustle. So what we want to do is we want to say, no, we're not going to let that happen. Let's shift to the mind. Let's look at our mind shift, our mindset shift, right? We want to look at what is our mindset. Remember, you're not trying to remember everything, right? One of the reasons we get in the holiday hustle energy and flow and productivity is because we've let the time get away from us, right? We have more things to do than time, more things to do than we have ready to track. So we want to identify, you're not trying to remember everything. You're not trying to enjoy everything. You're letting your tools carry the mental load. So when you're looking for your holiday hustle, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have these gifts to buy. All right. So do you have a list to track that? Oh my gosh, next week is Thanksgiving in the US. I need a turkey. Okay. How are you tracking that? When you think about the quick tip solution for how to streamline the holiday hustle, it is about having things like a shared holiday shopping list. Have a note and maybe even share it with others that are going to be part of your life, and a list. What are the things you need to buy? Where are the stores you need to go to? Because when you're out and about, if you have that list accessible, especially on your phone, you'll be able to follow it into your flow, and it's not going to be that hustle, stressful feeling. Fun tip. Add a just because column to your shopping list for spontaneous surprises. Even if it's a fancy calendar for yourself, if you see something, add a column that says, I'm going to do this just because. One of the things to remember during the holidays, There are so many structured dates. There are so many festivities, which are amazing and celebrations, but we can't lose our ability to be spontaneous and have fun and be present in the moment. So one of the things we can do to streamline our holiday hustle is to think about what are the systems. Let's be intentional. And let's say, if I know I'm going to need to write gifts, write it down. Create a system for yourself to track it. It's going to make a powerful difference. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about streamlining the holiday hustle. Let's talk a little bit about protecting your holiday peace and pace, right? So when we think about it, and I always say have holiday peace, have peace-filled holidays. Part of having peace-filled holidays is looking at your pace for the holidays. So you want to protect your holiday peace and your pace. The challenge, and again, I had another client 2 weeks ago as they were starting to get holiday invites and look at events coming up. Their challenge were so many invites, so few days, because we still can't teleport yet. So we can't say yes to everything and guarantee that we'll enjoy. And if we say yes to everything, we can guarantee we'll enjoy none of it, right? So the challenge is, how do I protect my holiday pace and peace when I have so many places to be and so many things to do? Let's look at our mindset shift, right? Our first mindset shift that we want to think about is saying no to one thing is saying yes to your sanity, right? Protecting your peace is being productive. So one of the things that happens a lot of times, and as I've talked to different people and I've been in this cycle, right? We think, oh, because we've been invited, we have to go. Now, there are some things where family and that might be more true, but when we look at it, there's a lot of things where we maybe don't have to attend, or we could attend for a little while. But it's important when you're looking at your holidays. The holiday quick tip solution is prioritize and protect your peace and pace. So block off must attend events, right? So if you have events and travel events, so for example, family events, travel events, mark those on your calendar. Then go through and schedule nope time. Favorite thing on my calendar is nope time. Nope time is my block when nope, I'm not doing anything but what I want. That is my time for me. I'm saying nope to the rest of the world. One of the things we want to do during the holiday season, as it is so crazy and busy, is we want to proactively add nope time. For example, I know this Saturday I've got blocked out for nope time, so I'm not going to be doing anything. I had someone that invited me to something. I looked at my calendar. I said nope, and I said, my apologies, I'm not available. Did I tell them that I'm going to be sitting on my couch all day watching holiday movies? No, because I didn't need to. When we think about it, protecting our holiday peace is about being realistic. It's about protecting our calendar. It's about setting realistic expectations for our calendars. And if we're not able to do something, we're not able to do it. We don't have to feel bad. We don't have to give excuses. We can just say we are not available. Nobody has to know what our nope time is, right? When we think about holiday productivity tips, it's the hustle and bustle. It is that expectation. So taking time and looking at the challenge, how am I going to overcome protecting my holiday peace and pace? I'm going to do that first by understanding my mindset. I can say no to events. I don't have to be at everything. And then I'm going to look at how can I block my calendar? How can I protect myself? How can I enjoy this holiday season doing what I want to do rather than what I feel I have to do? Okay, so next and last holiday, the fifth holiday challenge we want to look at is how are we going to balance the merry mix, right? How are we going to balance the merry mix? How are we going to balance still juggling life while this world still jingles? There's still things that are going on out there, right? So how are we going to juggle life? Because the holidays don't cancel real life. Groceries still need buying. Gyms still exist. And somehow everyone still wants dinner while we've got all these festivities. When it comes to how can we balance the merry mix, our mindset shift is work smarter during your high energy hours and give yourself permission to rest when your brain says enough, right? So when we think about it, part of that stressful challenge is because there's more that's happening. We have life, we have holiday events, we have family and friends, all these things that are happening. So our mental tip is our mindset shift is that we want to work smarter. We want to work when we can. We want to look at our schedule, our energy, what we're saying yes to Two, it is about rewriting. It is about keeping our rhythm. It's about finding what works for us. You want to treat your routines like anchors. So for example, going to the gym. If you normally go to the gym 3 times a week, still go to the gym 3 times a week. If you know that you're not going to be able to go, then go twice and be okay with it. Maybe take a walk or something different. When you think about it, it's balancing the merry mix is about having those honest and get real conversations with yourself. How can I do everything that's needed right now? And that starts with being honest and looking at how you want to handle it and what you want to do, right? It's about that. So it's important when we think about how it is, we want to keep our non-negotiables. We want to sleep. We want to do the things we have to do and then find things for the other. When we think about our fun tip for balancing the merry mix, I always suggest we want to pick a holiday playlist that helps you focus. And it's something that's between kind of like a wintry mix and a drummer boy jams, right? So when you think about balance and you think about what you're going to do, you want to think about how are you going to stay present? And it might be by listening to music. It might be by going to a concert or something like that. But again, it's taking that chance. It's taking that time and saying, how am I going to handle and how am I going to spend all of the holiday time for myself? And so that's why we've been looking today, right? When we think about what we've been looking at today, my goal has been for you to say, there are a lot of challenges with the holiday season. The holiday season can be stressful. It can be joyful. It can be exciting. It can be tiring. It can be all of those things at once. So one of our goals is to identify what and how we can make it better for ourselves. So that's why we've been looking today at what is a challenge? What is a mindset shift? Because we know our mindset is going to dictate our experience. If we're in a crappy mindset, is the experience going to be crappy? Generally, it is. So we want to look at these holiday challenges. We want to look at our mindset. We want to look at tips and some fun ways to celebrate and overcome them. Again, it is a joyful season. It is the ending of one year, the beginning of a new year. So there's a lot wrapped up in this time. Let's figure out how we can find to make it the most productive, most joy-filled, and best season for you right now. One of the things that I want to ask you, so now that we have looked at our challenges, one of the things that I would like for you to do is I would like to ask you, and now it's your turn for your action step. And your action step is to take time and think about your present of being present. And so here is your gift to yourself and taking time to go back and think, right? So this gift is to you from you, to me from me. And what we want to do is what we've just talked about today. How are we going to find our holiday rhythm? How are we going to set realistic expectations for the holiday? How are we going to have time for ourselves? What are we going to do to streamline the holiday hustle? We know life is still going to happen. What are we going to do to attend and to have the things we want to do? Are we going to have a note that we share with others so that we have a shopping guide, right? What are we going to do to take control of the holidays? How are you going to protect your holiday peace by setting an intentional pace? And how are you going to balance the merry mix? I would like for you, as every week, my goal with intentional productivity tips is for us to look at and have a conversation about productivity, to look at some tips, and for you to identify how can you take control of your productivity, life, time, and effort and energy. And right now we're looking at your holiday time, effort, and energy because we are entering that season. I have found working with my clients that it's important to have a discussion to go into the holiday season. So that's why today, the gift, the present of finding your presence for the holidays is what we've been talking about. We know that holiday productivity quick tips are super important. And over the next several weeks, I will have more with you as we're ending a year and beginning another year. I would like to make sure that you are prepared to take control of your time and that you're intentional with your productivity. I do hope that these tips have helped you just a little bit and that you are equipping yourself so that you can work smarter, not harder, so that you're enjoying the life that you've worked so hard to create. I am Megan. I am your favorite strategic productivity partner. I want to thank you for joining me today on Intentional Productivity Tips. You are watching me on USA Global TV and Radio's YouTube channel, where you can like, subscribe, and I will be back next Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific for another episode of Intentional Productivity Tips. Until then, I would say please take time, be intentional with your productivity, work smarter, not harder, and have fun. And now here's a word from our sponsors.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions. Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global.